watch with history only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. Tourists. The Observer. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. The Observer.
Shall we go and I'll go and have a look. We'll have a look at what's going on over there. But first we'll play this.
With the evidence that I provided you.
Yeah, and then exposure on EQ.
Exposure on EQ, deep dive on EQ.
I know loads on EQ.
Yeah, you need to speak.
It's Pineapple, the convict, like the person who stole from a charity. The person who stole from a child's charity. That Miss Pineapple. Fuck me, the desperation.
I could tell you about EQ.
Stuff that I can't even bring to TikTok.
Yeah, she could speak to Talia alone. James, or is she your mate again? I don't know. And that's for EQ now. Something. I'm not even.
And as I said, they've suggested that has to do a deep dive, and I've said, look, she wouldn't give a shit. Evil Queen would just laugh at it. She'd go, oh yeah, whatever, blah blah blah. That's what she would do. So I didn't see the point. And plus, I ain't going to be made to do something by these people. Remember, at the time, I wanted evidence of messages because these two, Talia and Rickster, were live in front of thousands of people and accused me of being a rapist. Just remember that.
Saying this because I don't even want to do start any hate or something. I want past them stages, but something that would shock you. Well, it's shocked me, and I've never said it. I've never brought it tonight. And that's obviously a conversation. Maybe one day you have your tea. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's right though. She would be like, "Yes, I did." She would laugh.
So yeah, that's what I said.
The deep dive. Yeah, it's just she doesn't care. She has no shame, does she?
What about that? What you're telling me? I don't know. I think that'd be.
She'd just deny it. So.
Yeah.
You can do exposures on the truth.
I suppose.
That, you know, with your money and stuff, that you didn't take no money off her.
Yeah. I know.
But she is a waste on her because she loves it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Factory Fry should just fry.
She'll say yes.
Talia's actually put a post up asking people to mass report me. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, Now, I know that Fat Freak is now friends with EQ, right? Okay. But I also think if you're going to do these awareness slices, which is what he does it on me all the time of what I've said, then he should do on his friends. I'm not talking about EQ, I'm just talking about anyone. Do you know what I mean? You can't have double standards. Well, I'm a friend now, so it's okay. Do you know what I mean? You say that EQ wouldn't give a shit. She probably wouldn't give, I think there's a certain degree she would care. You know what I mean? And to me, it's not about whether that person cares, and there's nothing to do with EQ, but it's not about whether they give a shit or not. It's about putting it out there, right? Like an awareness on that certain person. That's what it's meant to be about. But we all know what Fat Freak is like. It's all about double standards. There's nothing about EQ, really. It's just any of his friends, that it's double standards. It's like, well, some of his friends have said the worst, but he won't play them because he's friends with them. And that's Fat Freak, and God knows what made him like a spokesperson for these exposures. He's no spokesperson. He's, you know what I mean? He's just, I don't know, sad man, really, isn't he? You know what I mean? That goes for women constantly. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen him go for a man. So I don't understand all these men on TikTok that always want to go for a woman. Go for someone the same size as you. Go on. Do it, but you won't. Do you know what I mean? Tanya Rick's a strange couple. Yeah, but I'm just talking about him doing his awareness lives and all that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Even say EQ was to say something, right? Say she asked Dave the same question I did. Factory will still not do awareness on it because he's friends with her. But what I'm saying is, you're either going to do them or not. Are you going to be like misread and just be biased? And there's nothing to do with EQ. I'm just saying this is what he's like. You know what I mean? With his friends. You know, his friends have actually done the worst. And he won't call it out. I think he needs to be called out fact freak. I really do. Because I do think he had an obsession with Feisty. Although, yeah, but I don't think I do it. I don't. I really don't. I think I honestly have an honest opinion. Yeah. But yeah, he definitely had an obsession with Feisty. And even though she's, she got charged for what she got charged with, not laughable. However, that doesn't excuse his behaviour towards her. Do you know what I mean? And his behaviour was to come on here and actually show everybody, social media, that she was in court, what she was charged with, and he actually done a deep dive on it. I think it's wrong. I think it could be considered maybe not so much doxing, but harassment. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, she's been charged with this, but now she's got a case on you because you're harassing her now. And I don't agree with that. This is an app. No one should be going into people's Facebooks, and nobody should be going in, I'm going to find this and that out. Unless they're a complete wrong un, do you know what I mean? But no one should be going in, doing these deep dives and because, that's going to result in doxing, because you can't do a deep dive or an awareness live without doxing the information. And you might think, well, it's an article, it's this, it's that, but it could be considered, malicious communications because you're doing it for a reason, and that's out of malice. I love it though. Definitely bordering on harassment. Yeah, 100%. So, like I said, just because she's got a court case against her or had one, and she's been, I don't know the whole story. I'm sure you'll find out by Fact Freak. Does not mean that he can go on and harass her because he played that victim with Feisty, didn't he? That she was always coming for her. She did this. I don't know the full story to be honest, but she'd done a lot and she did this. But then, however, you're now going back at her and she hasn't spoken on you. So I kind of think to myself, yeah, there's something not right here. So she's stopped, which is what you wanted, yeah, because you played this victim. But however, you've continued. Why? So, you know what I mean? It's weird. So just, the full... Listen, Adele, let me tell you something. Even with the full story, right, and I know the full story of it, which I don't really know because because Vice is not on here and I've not seen it on here anyway. However, right, I can only go by what I see, and I don't see Feisty on here talking on Fact Freak, right? Now, whether she's been banned from social media, I don't know because that's what I've heard. However, if he's still talking on her, right, and which he did about the court case, then he's now, the roles are reversed, where he's now harassing her. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that she was this innocent party. Maybe she did a lot of shit to him. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm just saying what I see now, where it's now reversed, and he's doing it to her. And that's not okay either. And I'm just going by what I've seen. Feisty is banned on social media. She's being banned, however, it does not give that person still a right, banned or not, to be still going in on her on social media. He needs to, and I'm not saying that he has, but I'm just saying what I've seen. Yeah. If only everyone knew the full story, he's dangerous. Listen, he calls out a lot of people, and I feel that, maybe he needs to be called out because he seems to look into so many people, and I think he's a dangerous man, I do, because he runs with false accusations that he runs with. Hello, Babalusha. And he knows what he's doing. He incites hatred on someone before that person's been found guilty in the eyes of the law, and that's a dangerous person. And because people do look up to him, where they look up to him as in he does exposures, where awareness lives. Now, I don't really do them, but I have done, but I'm not known for that. Do you know what I mean? He is. So that's what makes him dangerous. He'll go live and say, yep, he's a red flag, red flag, red flag. He might even use the word predator. That's a dangerous person because that person has not been found guilty. So yet you've made him guilty. Do you know what I mean? So I think anyone that does that is dangerous in my eyes. Have a court case, or is it just a saying on here? No, there was a court case with Feisty. People seem to think it's an app, but it's really not. It is real. This is my real life. This is your real life here. You're watching this. Yeah? I mean, listen, please not going to do shit about what you say and all this kind of thing because you might as well arrest the whole bloody app, right? But when you start pulling up Facebook messages and not messages, but Facebook, what is it called? Not even Facebook, but you start pulling up articles and start passing it over to social media. That's harassment. You know what I mean? So the police are going to do something about that, and I should know because I've had a knock at the door. It was a misunderstanding. However, they thought I docked something on an article. I hadn't, but they thought that, and they said if I'd done it again, I was going to be arrested. Hey, Linz.
Hello, Ange. Can I just have a little quick comment on the factory?
Yeah.
Because you know, like, you Ange?
No, carry on.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, was like, people are kicking off for you, because those voice notes, were played. Like you say, you didn't know what they were about or anything, but it's people not actually realising that, he was actually sending these voice notes to a vulnerable 18-year-old girl, and he was basically blackmailing her saying, if you don't stop with this, then I'm going to unalive myself. So why is people not thinking about her mental health? Why is people jumping on the bandwagon saying, oh, he was in a dark place? If you actually listen to those voice notes, he was very manipulative to that girl. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he shared my WhatsApp messages when I wasn't in a good place either.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's doxing. Yeah, I don't care what anyone says. If you actually know the law, then go and Google messages. Can you actually share messages without someone's consent? And the answer is no. But yeah, Fact Freak is probably, well, it's on TikTok. I can put it up because it's on TikTok. Well, guess what, Fact Freak? So was that voice note. It was on TikTok. In fact, it was all over TikTok. Yeah, I saw that on many lives. I didn't know what it was about. I was told to play it. I played it. I don't like these videos. I don't watch them before I play it. Right. So there's no doxing there. So why is he angry that I played it when other people probably had played it as well? I saw it on other accounts. His girlfriend put it on social media.
Angie, that video had been up for a good couple of years. It wasn't like a fresh video. It was on that ex's profile for such a long time. And she was just a young girl at the time. She was like literally like a teenager. And he was literally saying to her, if you don't stay with us, then I'm going to end my life, basically. But nobody looks at it from that point because they've got a like for Fact Freak because he goes at you. Do you know what I mean? And bullies you.
Remember also, guys, that, okay, listen, I played that video. I can't remember what the video was about now, to be fair. However, right, well, I know what was said, sorry. However, it was all over TikTok. It was on TikTok for a long time before I even played it. I didn't know what it was about, but it does not give him a right to say, you know what, I am going to destroy you. And I've got messages of him saying that he's going to destroy me. So where I say about Feisty, yes, I'm not saying Feisty was innocent and probably didn't do the things that he said she'd done. Okay, I get it. Yeah, but when you reverse the roles and he becomes now the harasser, yeah, that does not make it okay. And it's the same with me with a voice note. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have played it knowing the nature of the voice note, but I didn't know it when I was playing it. I didn't really understand the voice note, to be honest. I didn't really know it was, do you know what I mean? I honestly thought, because of the title, it said emotional manipulation or something like that. So I believed that note. Now, I'm not saying that's the case now, but at the time, I believed that's what it was, right? But does not give him the right to now turn around and say, well, you've played this, I'm going to destroy you and harass you now. That does not give him that right because two wrongs don't make a right. Do you know what I mean? It's like the abused becomes the abuser in some ways. Do you know what I mean? But kind of different. Well, okay, maybe that's a bad situation example. But do you get what I'm saying? Yeah?
But Angie, the amount of times he's come for you.
Sorry, Linz. I say majority, it's not even majority, but there are a lot of people that have been abused become the abusers. You know what I mean? And that's not okay. I mean, when you look at what's her name, Sophie, what's her name, that woman what's that girl?
Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose. Yeah. Now she was abused. She became the abuser. Yeah, that's a good example. So, and I feel like that's a little bit with Fact Freak. I'm not saying he's an abuser, but I'm just using it as an example that, just because, I get what Feisty has done. I don't know the whole story. However, you can't go around and start harassing her now, or because I've played a voice note for you to say, I'm going to destroy her life now because of what I did. Do you know what I mean? You either do something about it or you shut up about it. And that's how
Angie, wasn't the court case with Feisty, wasn't that between her and her ex-wife anyways? It had nothing to do with Fact Freak. He just got the court documents and obviously used it to harass her again because he knew that you couldn't come on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, so I put pineapple in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. Is my signal all right? Yeah, you're right, Linz. It was. I know that you're not saying.
Yeah.
I know you're not saying Ange, but I do. I think he's a predator. I think he's a beast. I think I do. I honest to God do. The things that I know on that man would make your toes crawl. I think Linz was just saying it. He totally wants younger girls, and that's because he feels that they have more vulnerability. I mean, of course, not every young girl is, but
yeah, can we not put that? Let me just
my opinion.
Okay. Can I just kick you and come back because I don't want it on my platform? Please, I know what you're saying, Pineapple. If you want to speak to someone off TikTok about it, 100%. But I just don't want that word because what I'm trying to say is this is what Fact Freak has called someone also, that word predator. And, you know, without someone being found guilty in the eyes of the law, I don't think it's right to be blasting someone with that name. Do you know what I mean? Come back though, Pineapple, but... No, it's okay, Pineapple, it's okay, I just had to... But come back and have your opinion, but let's not use that word, do you know what I mean? Because he hasn't been found guilty, and this is not me defending him at all, but however, he hasn't been found guilty of any of that, do you know what I mean? And I don't want to be putting out false accusations about them. And that's all I'm saying. But if you want to get in, you can come back in, Pineapple, and have your opinion, by all means.
Yeah, I want to make that clear. That's just my opinion. Like, it's just an opinion.
We're gonna scribble that last.
Yeah, I won't say it again. I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. I do. I think that he preys on.
Oh, you're doing it again, Pineapple.
Oh, you don't like the word prey?
No. Can we just?
Can I just sort of reiterate? Like, I think you know, like how that ghost had went at caught assassin, and he used like his peddler hunting status to like draw attraction to like her, and like people were making out she was a wrong one. I think in a bit like people sort of look at Fact Freak as one of those types of people. So I think he uses that status to go for like people like who he has personal beef with.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is,
I agree with people that he has personal beef with. Yes.
And I think it's clear to say. I need to say he's never been convicted of anything. This is all just my opinion. Like I'm not saying that.
He, what you say, I know you're on social media.
Yeah, I know he's never been convicted of anything. I just think that he. Yeah, you don't want me to say the word, and I get that. I just think
because it's a dangerous word to be using. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I just think sometimes they're worth using against some people, but I don't know. I just think that I think his devices need to be checked. If I can say that, that's my opinion. There's just something not quite right there, and the conversations that he's had with.
When you say his devices, do you mean when he bullies people?
I just mean in every aspect, Ange. In every aspect, like
I know you're saying it, but you just got to be careful what you say because like I said, you don't want to be like him. I know that he does make accusations towards people without them.
I'll tell you what I mean more now, Ange, is like the stalking, like, and the things that he would have on his device, like in terms of like stalking behaviour against people. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you know what? I think a good word is obsessive.
That's the word. That's a better word. Yeah.
The thing is, so Pineapple, is that right though? Like the court case with Feisty, that was just to do with that ex-wife, and then obviously Fact Freak jumped on that to attack Feisty with, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is sometimes, listen, I'm not saying Fact Freak went bullied by Feisty. I don't know, but like someone said in the comments, sometimes a bully become the bully. And that's what I saw during the end, with the Fact Freak and Feisty when he put up all the courts shit. I don't think he should have done that.
No, but listen, right? I just think. I've said to Angie if you knew what I knew. She said, yeah, it's just my opinion. But of course, I respect Ange, and if Ange doesn't want me to say certain words and phrases, then that's cool. But I want to make it clear this is just my opinion, and he's, as far as I'm aware, has never been convicted of anything. So he's done lives about me, and he will again, and whatever. I
think he's just a pig. Like honestly, like he's literally crying about his mental health, right?
Pineapple, that is harassment what he's doing.
Yeah, but I don't really care, Ange.
Yeah, I understand understand that, but it's harassment, because if he's going to talk on you and again and again and again, once is enough. Do you know what I mean? Do it once, that's fine, and then move on. But if he's coming for you, it is harassment. You can do something about that.
I'm actually not Feisty's best friend, actually. I haven't spoken to Feisty for months.
You shouldn't be just sitting there and just allowing it to, listen, it's how it's affected you, I suppose. If it doesn't affect you, it doesn't affect you. But, you shouldn't let him just sit there.
If he does it again, to be fair, anybody that I've got issues with that I feel that wouldn't stop, and he's one of them, of course, I've gone and I know his name's James.
But it's not harassment. No, this is the first time I've heard Pineapple talk on Fake Freak, and I've seen many lives that he has done. So this is a reaction to an action, and he's spoken on her many times. And I just saw the other day he mentioned, was it yesterday?
He does it all the time.
Yeah, he does it all the time.
All the time. All the time, Ange, and I've never, ever, ever said anything. But I have already gone to the police and marked it as information only, along with other people when other things were being said and done, and other people got visits and he didn't. But if he carries on, then I will go to and let them do whatever whatever they feel.
The thing is, Ange, I have got no sympathy for his mental health whatsoever. He didn't think about your mental health when he was mocking your father. He mocked me. I was in a really, really dark place. There was the time those messages were actually outed. Just because I don't jump in a box and trauma dump and tell people.
He goes, I don't give a F about her mental health. So I have every right to say, well, I don't care about yours. Although I'm not one of those people to affect someone's mental health. Do you know what I mean? I have an opinion.
Yeah, kick someone while they're down.
About me. Do you know what I mean? So this is my opinion, but I'll never be one to deliberately try and affect someone's mental health like what he's doing. And I've got the video of him saying he's going to destroy me, Yeah. And can you imagine? He's a man that was he a peddler hunter, right? You were saying
he just done deep dives and exposures, and I don't think actually went and got peddlers.
Yeah, I don't know about that
kind of status, because that's what he's known for, to be going for someone. It's not okay, is it?
Do you know,
and then it comes with the facts.
Do you know what, right? What worries me is that a lot of people go to him and trust in him and send him loads of information on other people that could be sensitive information, and he's got it. And Ange, don't hate me, but I'm just going to say one thing and then I'm going to drop down. You need to ask him why he doesn't live on his own with his kids anymore and why he had to move in with his parents. Anyway, see you later.
Ouch.
Is that going to... Should I put the Alexa, play the EastEnders theme tune.
Fuck at that, Angie.
Alexa, play the EastEnders theme tune. That was a bit of a bombshell. What the hell? Oh, no. Okay, don't play it. Maybe it's inappropriate to play it. Oh.
Maybe play a Peggy Sue or something instead.
I understand how Pineapple feels, guys, because, he has done so many lives on her after live, okay? And, if he's talking about someone else, he will mention Pineapple. However, let's make it clear that we shouldn't be accusing anybody of anything without solid evidence. Even with that evidence, to me, it's still not acceptable, because unless you've been found guilty and, in the eyes of the law, you're an innocent person. So I just want to put that out there as well, okay? There's no evidence on what Pineapple has just said there.
Put that disclaimer at Ange, clear.
Yeah, I just want to put that out there. There's no evidence whatsoever on that. I just want to put that out there because I don't want to be anyone running with anything. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Listen, I think he's obsessed, yeah. I think he harasses people, but I won't go as far as that because I don't know. I'm not a judge or anything like that,
But Ange, I think he targets people who really support you, because I'm not a big creator. I literally pop in your box all the time now and again and whatever. But he literally done a whole live on me exposing me WhatsApp messages, and he even done a whole fucking video. And him and Baguette had actually made a song about it. I was like, what the fuck's that going to achieve? Do you know what I mean?
He's
it was
got
weird.
This status, he's using the status. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think he's yeah. So I don't know who else is in the box. I have a few fans in the chat. Yes, they're all your fans, Pineapple. Yeah, but just remember, we just be careful what we say, guys, and what words we choose. Do you know what I mean? On here, you don't want to end up, getting in trouble or anything like that.
I do want to put out there that he's nothing but a pig, a dirty pig that literally goes out drinking on his own, sitting in a pub doing a live about Angie. And he calls you.
You know what makes me fun to laugh is that he doxed those messages, on the TikTok. Well, whether it's doxing or not, I don't know because it was already out on TikTok. But we know who did it because I got the messages by the Wavelins who actually did that. You put all up your personal business on a WhatsApp chat. And this is a guy that's doing exposures and meant to do exposures and awarenesses on wrong'uns. And he's actually got this WhatsApp on about you. An addiction, there's nothing to mock. And then he was mocking. You know what I mean? And your mental health wasn't good. What about your mental health? When you're upset on the phone and everything else, do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you in eternity, off the app, I was really affected at the time. That was going on. Do you know what I mean? Just because I don't come on live and say, oh, my mental health, blah blah blah, doesn't mean to say that I'm not going through it. So that's why I've got no sympathy for his mental health whatsoever, because he had nothing for you when he was mocking your dad.
Oh yeah. Apparently, my dad didn't die the way he died. He's saying I'm lying about how my father died because he was at the hospital apparently. Yeah, and he was like, no one dies on broccoli, da 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 da. Well, maybe you need to do your Google search. Do you know what I mean? And stop trying to affect other people's mental health because you shouldn't be bringing up someone's parents that are no longer here. Can you imagine if I brought up his parents that are no longer here? That would be going crazy. But it seems acceptable when he does it. He's nothing but a bully, and that's exactly what he is, a bully.
The worst thing is, Angie, everybody knows how much your father's death affected you and how much you loved your father. Mm-hmm. So it's they literally jumped on that really big vulnerability of yours and literally tormented the living daylights out of you. It wasn't just 1 or 2 lives. It was literally going on for fucking weeks on end with broccoli as the profile pictures and everything. They didn't give a shit about you.
He was putting up T-shirts, taking the mick out of how my dad died. I've explained it already. I don't need to explain it again. I don't exactly know how he died. We speculate. But they were putting off they thought it was funny to mock my dad that's not here anymore. So where was a hoo-ha? That, we have this hoo-ha for people that do that. So where's this hoo-ha of people mocking someone's death? It was horrendous. And he was involved in that as well. So you know what? I don't really give a fuck about your mental health, freak. You get what I'm saying? I would never target it. I would never affect you. You know what I mean? But I will have an opinion on you. Because you've targeted me non-stop. And he'll probably do another 6-hour live tonight.
He goes on about you drinking, Angie. He always seems to be on the fucking Stella Artois or whatever he drinks. He always goes out round the fucking pub, the stinky pubs in Sunderland. But he's on his own and he sparks a live up talking about you. At least go out, enjoy yourself and have some real life friends. He's always on his own, the pig.
Yes. And that's, again, a reaction to what he did. He put up her private messages. And then he sits there having a go because I played a voice note. That was already on TikTok. That had been on TikTok for a while. And I didn't even know what it was about. It's the double standards of it all. Let's talk about what you did and how you affected Lindsay's mental health. But he sat there because he's a male playing on their... male, we have mental health, let's, da-da-da. And that's what he does. Absolutely.
And this is just my personal opinion. I don't think it was anything sort of way he did want to go on any live himself. I think he was just emotionally blackmailing a young woman into staying with him. I've heard the voice notes. Everyone can have a different opinion of it, but in my opinion, I think he was emotionally blackmailing. Now, why would you say to someone, if you leave me, I'm going to end my life? That's making that person think, oh my God, I'm going to be the cause of his death. I best get back with him. Do you know when you actually see it from a reality point of view?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, what the situation is. Do you know what I mean? With that. But yeah, I get where you're coming from. Yeah. And also, it's weird. Yeah, it's got to run the app. It been on the app for about a year before I played it. I don't know how long, but a long time. You know what I mean? He just got upset because I played them.
Yeah.
Things upset though, yeah. You know what I mean? Odd behaviour. Yeah. That's crazy, man. How old is Fat Freak anyway?
I don't know, he looks about 55, but he's about, I think, like early 40s maybe. Yeah. I used to honestly think he was all right, and then he just totally turned, and then like that's when he started off going for your dad, and like with forgetting all them. Like, how long ago was it? About 8 months ago or something.
Yeah, and
that's when you were.
You know,
And you were literally on the bottom though. It was, sorry to interrupt, but you were really like, it was really frustrating to watch because you were really so triggered and upset about your dad in the first place. Never mind people like mocking and taking the piss out of like your dad who's no longer here. Like, it's bad.
Yeah. No, he changed before the voice notes, because even before I played the voice notes, he was calling me a racist and all names under the sun. Do you know what I mean? Even before that, it was calling me it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, I think, you know, I don't know how old his girlfriend was who he was talking to, but if she was 18, well, listen, we all know it's legally right, but in my opinion, morally wrong. But that's an if, because I don't know. He used to come in your boxes, yeah. But he turned on me for no reason. That's why the voice note was played. He started calling me a racist and started calling me loads of names, saying that I was in PLM. Yeah.
And this is a guy that runs with, oh, he's the fact freak. So then he's then trying to incite hatred onto you by making out as though you're wearing this PLM group. So a lot of people are thinking, well, yeah, he does come with the facts. So yeah, Angie, you're wearing PLM. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I was trying to say? Like, he uses his status to try and manipulate people to attack you because he's got personal beef with you.
Yeah. You don't know nothing. Oh, we look forward to a sit. Well, I'm not even going to bother. He'll be firing up because he has no other content, does he? No other content at all. All right, Linz. I'm going to play the rest of the videos. If anyone wants to jump in the box, in the meantime or during the videos I'm playing, please just jump in.